All right, today we are diving into a topic that, let's be honest, can feel completely overwhelming. How you can stand up for your rights and your family in court, especially when you're going it alone. If you've ever felt just totally lost, unheard, or just plain powerless in the family court system, I want you to know you are so not alone. It's a really common feeling, and it's exactly what we're going to tackle today. And it's true, right? For so many parents who are representing themselves, all the rules, the paperwork, the procedures, the whole thing can feel like this impossible maze, one that almost feels designed to make you just throw your hands up and quit. So let's kick things off with Section 1, where we're going to talk about how to find your own path through that exact maze. But here's the thing. What if the answer isn't just about trying to bull your way through it? What if you actually had a map to show you the way and a toolkit to deal with whatever pops up? Well, that's really the core idea behind the Pro Se Family Court workbook that we're looking at. Think of it as your strategic guide. So where do we even begin to draw that map? Well, your entire strategy, everything you're going to do, it all rests on two incredibly powerful pillars. First, understanding your fundamental rights, and second, keeping absolutely meticulous records. The first pillar is something called due process. And the most powerful thing about this is how simple it is. This is not some special favor you have to beg for. It is a constitutional right you are guaranteed. You have the right to be told what's happening, the right to tell your side of the story, and the right to a fair process. Period. And look, this isn't just some nice idea. It is backed up by the highest court in the United States. This quote, it's from a landmark Supreme Court case, Troxel versus Granville, and it's basically your legal bedrock. It says that your role as a parent is a fundamental right and is protected by the Constitution. So you have the law on your side. That's huge. But how do you actually prove what's been happening? Well, that brings us right to our second pillar, your records. Because in family court, what you can prove is, well, it's everything. Organized, detailed documentation is what gives you credibility. And like it says right here, credibility is power. Okay, so now we have our map, right? Rights and records. Now let's open up the toolbox and look at the power tools. This is how you take all of that documentation, all those notes you've been keeping, and turn them into real, actual legal action inside the courtroom. And this right here is a perfect example. A log like this, it's so much more than just a diary where you vent your frustrations. No, this is a structured evidence-building machine. Just look at the columns. You've got the date, the specific violation, the impact it had, and the proof. This is how you turn a bunch of random incidents into a clear, undeniable pattern that a judge can actually see and understand. So once you have that evidence all lined up, which tool do you pull out of the box? This slide breaks down two of the big ones. Are you trying to get the other parent to actually follow an order the court already made? That's a motion for contempt. Or was an unfair order made against you without you getting a proper hearing? That's when you file a motion to set aside. Knowing which one to use is a total strategic advantage. Okay, you've done the prep work. You've got your map, you've got your tools. Now it's time to step into the courtroom. Let's talk about how all that preparation actually translates into presenting your case with the clarity and the confidence you need. Look, being nervous is completely normal, but having a script, that's your anchor. An opening statement isn't just you talking. It's you setting the stage, grabbing the judge's attention, and pointing it directly at the facts that you need them to see. Just think about the power of starting with a line like this. Right away, you framed yourself as the reasonable one. You're not there to fight or cause drama. You are there to respectfully ask the court to do its job and uphold the law. And then, bam, you pivot right to your violation log. This line is the perfect bridge from your calm, reasonable intro straight into the hard facts you've documented. You're not just making vague complaints, you are presenting a clear, organized list of exactly what happened. And this closing line, it's just brilliant. You see, you're not just asking for something for you. You are positioning your request as you helping the court maintain its own authority. It's respectful, it's powerful, and it is so effective. But, all of this, it builds into something much bigger. Because one single hearing is just one battle. Really winning in family court, that's about playing the long game. It's about having a strategy that can last. In that long game, it involves way more than just legal paperwork. It's about tracking everything systematically. It's about building a support system so you don't feel like you're on an island. And it's about actually taking care of yourself so you don't burn out. This whole process is a marathon, not a sprint. And this is how you build resilience. I really want to end on this quote from the workbook because I feel like it just captures this whole shift in your mindset. This journey, as hard as it is, it really does transform you. You stop just trying to survive and you start strategically advocating for everything that matters most to you. So I'll leave you with this to think about. While having a good lawyer is, of course, invaluable, what if the ultimate key to finding justice in this maze isn't just about who's standing beside you, but about the strength and the clarity of the strategy that you hold in your own hands?